Hey there, hey there. So, this is the first live I've ever done on Substack. And I normally don't do this, but I said, you know what? This is what comes out of me when we start talking. You know how when you have something you squeeze it and it's the uh when you squeeze it, it's like what comes out. What if you squeeze a piece of fruit, what's going to come out is the juice. So with Pam, what comes out when when you squeeze me? Like, no matter what situation, what are we going to talk about? So you just meet me. How you doing? My name is Pam. I help people promote, amplify, and market their brands. That's it. That's what I do. I love doing it for individuals. And I will, this is one of my favorite people right here, Dr. Willie Jolly. He is a Speaker Hall of Fame inductee, international bestseller, award winning singer as well, national TV personality. He is a President Lifetime Achievement Award, and he also has a show on SiriusXM. At a certain point in time, I'll talk about Speakers Magazine because I love talking about my clients who are amazing. This is Shayla Atkins, who has an event coming up in Houston later on this month. Or this particular client here, Tari Donaldson, who was in my Speak Sell Shine program, and she's speaking all over. She does extreme hip hop, which is like a form of exercise, step exercise called extreme hip hop. And she was, this particular cover was in the New York Times Square billboard in December. She went through the program. But, it's like having, this is the August issue talking about the power of the pivot. It's like having, almost like having children. It's like they're all your favorite children and you want to brag on them. That's what I feel like sometimes as a publicist of those speakers and authors. I just was inspired by Bridget M. Davis, that I went to high school with, and about her book, Love Rita. I did a live with her not too long ago. So she's on Substack and just a beautiful. Let me tell you about Bridget. This girl is so smart. So her book is called Love Rita. And what she did is that she said in the slow days of summer, after she wrapped up her book tour, she then did a recap of all of the podcasts that she did and put it in the Substack. That was so genius. And so if you missed her on Tabitha Smiley or with Karen Taylor Bass or with Harriet Cole or Texas Public Radio, she put the thumbnails of each interview and what each interview synopsis was and what she got out of it, complimenting the interviewer, talking about what they talked about, putting the links in there. I love Substack. So this is my first live that I've ever done on Substack. I love it. I see Sherry's on Substack. I see Xenia on Substack. Obviously Joy Reid and Don Lemon, they're on Substack, and they do lives. One of the people I watch a lot is Mary Trump. She's on Substack, but I like it because it's so smart. Substack is so smart, and you can do it from your phone. It's you can do it from your phone. I mean, I could do a blog. So we're in this era of AI, right? And so I like to use it for business, for productivity. It's amazing, but I also like to use it for fun. So I said, write a poem about me being in business for 25 years. I put it in Chat GPT and it did a poem and it rhymed and it made sense. I was like, what? So it's the last Substack that I did about the poem. And basically I did it on my phone. I spoke to Chat GPT. It wrote the poem. I took that, I put it in Substack. I then took other photos from my phone and put it in there as it talked about things in my 25 years being in the PR business. And then I put pictures up there of the clients, whether it was Allison Vaughn or Rashonda Tate Billingsley. That, when I tell you, it's a super smart era that we're living in with all of the AI tools. I'm doing this live stream using StreamYard because I had to put, who would have thought someone that's 65 years old knows what an RTM stream key is, or putting in this. But I am a person that I will punch the buttons. So whatever is going to, if you squeeze Pam, what's going to come out? She's going to talk about marketing, PR, digital things that are new. We're going to chat about Chat GPT. We will talk about these things that promote, amplify, and market your brand. And a lot of people say, I don't have time to write a book. I don't have time to write a book. One of my first clients said the same thing. They didn't have time to write a book. And they wrote this particular booklet that we put in I think it's a number 10 envelope, and you mail. And it's a tips booklet that I had her write down, basically how to thrive in your career, business, and life, doing things differently, doing things differently. And this is such a great book for ladies to put in their purses, for men to put in their pocket. It is a great way to just say, here's not a business card, because obviously it has her information in there. She's from Houston as well, Dr. Lorene, but it's a great way to show her content, her subject matter expertise on things that she does. So it's a really interesting time. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Anita. She has a magazine. Look at that. Had that, have that same look. But she did this magazine, and I was the cover, and she did the story. And it's such a good magazine. One of the things too, it's like it's funny, but I gave this to my mother-in-law who's 95, and she's like, this is such a good story. Such a, like she doesn't know me. I've been married like over 30 years, and she's reading the story. So just want to say, Dr. Anita, she loved the story, and she knows me. She said, that was such a good story. Did you read it? I think I was there, Ma. I do remember giving you the mag. Yes, I did read it. So, uh, all joking aside, I want business wise, this is what I want to do. PRSuccessQuiz.com. It's an assessment on how ready you are for PR. Are you ready for the big time? Are you ready for Tamron Hall, Sherry Shepherd, J Hud? So take the PRSuccessQuiz.com and scrolling across the bottom, if you can see that, if that's showing up in Substack. But PR Success Quiz will just help you locate yourself in terms of like, am I just a DIY type of person where I'm doing my own press releases? This is kind of the thing, attract attention with press releases. Or am I ready to hire a publicist? And it'll allow you to gauge that as well. So it'll then send you some other information on how to get ready for PR if that's the next step for your business, or you're trying to build your own personal brand as a SME, subject matter expert. But I do encourage you to read Speakers Magazine, the August issue, about the power of the pivot. A lot of people, Sherry just said that Black career women, her Substack, talking about how 300,000 Black women since January have lost their jobs. Probably gone up since then, because that was probably a while ago she said that. So what kind of pivots are they doing? What are the things that you're going to do differently? And one of the things is sitting still with yourself, really analyzing all of your skills, your assets, abilities, but look at all of the resources that you have and the relationships that you have. The person that talks about that a lot is Stacy. This is the first one. This is from 2018, but Dr. Stacy NC Grant talks about resources and relationships a lot. She does her annual Faithpreneur conference, and that's one of the things that she says. A faithpreneur is a person who is faith-based and an entrepreneur. I think if you're an entrepreneur, that's going to pull that out of you anyway, because you've got to have faith in order to do this. I tell people all the time, being an entrepreneur is the best personal development program you can ever have, because it will pull and stretch every part of you to the max in a good way, because you would think things that you didn't think were possible. When you become an entrepreneur, you kind of feel like you have a magic wand, because you just make things happen. Yes, you can plan all day, but at certain times you got to just really believe in faith, God, and a little bit of magic, So those are the kind of things. So I have these props here that are with me that are so kind of kooky. Like I have this one here. This is a prop here. It's a mic, podcast mic. And then this one here is my PR kind of thing. Like, I'm always on the megaphone with people, helping them get out there and get known, which is the name of my Substack, Get Out There, Get Known. What else would it be, right? Which is also the name of the podcast, and all the things too. When people come to me and this says, I just need you to help me to get out there. And that was from the very beginning. Get out there. Just get out there. So that's a colloquialism when a lot of my clients say, I need you to help me to get out there. And that's it. I don't know whether that's a something that Black people say, but I know that my clients are primarily African American, and they always say, "Help me get out there." So that's what I said. So this is my first Substack live. I may be rambling a bit, but I'm excited that I figured it out. Yeah, because I can't teach it if I don't do it, right? So these are the kind of things that I like doing. But I want to say to Tanya Smith, I'm mispronouncing names. Like I said, Bridget, and it's a Bridget, it's Tanya. Tanya is really Tanya. Mine's just Pam. I don't know any other way you can mispronounce Pam, P-A-M. Uh, but want to thank her for being the live stream boss and really encouraging people to get out there and stream like a boss. She does it. She didn't do it yesterday, but you know what? We love you anyway. You have so much content. And a lot of you all have content. They're underdeveloped resources. So go through your content when you're trying to do this pivot. Go through your content and look at it. Kind of like Mom said, you know, did you read your story? Read your own story. Look at your own stuff. See how far you've come, and how you can really repackage that and repurpose that. That is really, really going to be important in this season, in this time. Sometimes we don't need to create new content. We just maybe need to repurpose some of the good stuff. I've been in business for 20 years. I went through some of my old YouTube videos, and one of the most viewed video I have on YouTube has almost 13,000 views, and it was with Morris Chestnut. People watch that. I watched it, and I was so excited because I interviewed him sitting on a couch, and we were talking about his movie that came out many years ago, Not Easily Broken. And it was one of the first movies we had Steinmeier. So anyway, that was one. And then I watched some other things that were very, very crunchy. And I was like, ooh, we've come a long way. Over time, there was one video I had up about 17 years ago talking about the same thing. You squeeze me, what comes out, talking about PR marketing and branding. And I was really giving a talk about how to really leverage media, how to leverage media hits that you get of publicity, and how to really build relationships with the press. I will say too, I came back from NABJ, their 50th anniversary. Kudos to that. It was such a very, very well done conference. Jane Kennedy won an award in the Sports Hall of Fame for NABJ. It was excellent. And she has a book coming out. I'll be interviewing her this fall. The book is called Plain Jane. Isn't that cool? Plain Jane. So anyway, with that, take the PR Success Quiz, prsuccessquiz.com. Take it. It's free, no cost. It'll tell you how to locate yourself in terms of PR. So with that, I am out. Talk to you later. God bless. Subscribe to my Substack.